When you're a mum, it's so easy to put yourself at the bottom of the priority list. When you're tired, when you've got children to look after, it's, you kind of put yourself to the back of your own mind almost. But self-care is so important. It's important to look after yourself to avoid burnout. And you know that if you're in the best place physically, emotionally, mentally, then you are more able to care for others around you. So self-care, she says, what does that look like? Because I know myself, it's not easy to take time out for yourself when you've got small children, especially when you've got a newborn baby. Now, obviously, as they get bigger, things become a little bit easier, especially if they're going to nursery or to school, you have that time back. But in the early days, it can be very difficult to get any time for yourself. So I'm just going to run through a few self-care ideas that you can do at home starting from today. The first one is pretty obvious. Eating and drinking. It's really easy when you're running around looking after your baby and you're tired to actually think, oh, have I eaten today? But if you are not eating, you're not replenishing yourself, your energy stores, then you can end up feeling pretty rotten. So try to make sure you're keeping on top of things. Make sure you've got plenty of drink, maybe even carry a water bottle around. Keep yourself nice and hydrated, because again, if you're dehydrated, then your thinking can be a bit blurred. If you're cooking for yourself, try to prepare yourself nice, easy meals, easy dishes that don't take up too much time. The last thing you want when you've got a baby in the house is to be spending lots of time slaving over a cooker. If you've got a partner with you, get them involved in doing that. If they don't usually do that, if they do, then perfect. Exercise and fresh air is so underrated. And when I say exercise and fresh air, I'm not talking about going out to the gym and or doing a marathon. I'm just talking about simply getting outside when you feel able to go out after you've had a baby, getting outside and going out for a 5-minute walk. What I find myself is that when I have my children in the house with me all day, which has been happening quite a lot throughout lockdown, is that it can become a bit too much. And often all it takes is for me to put my little girl in the pushchair and get my other one, my 4-year-old, and go out for a walk, and everything just calms down and I'm breathing that fresh air. And even though I'm absolutely exhausted and absolutely shattered, just getting outside just makes things feel a whole lot better, especially now as we're coming into spring and the weather should start picking up. So get outside, get some fresh air, and that helps to boost everything. It helps to boost your mental well-being as well as giving you some exercise at the same time. If you're able to find yourself 10 minutes, and I know it's a bit of a tall order when you've got children, I know 10 minutes, even to make a phone call, can be a bit of a struggle sometimes, but if you can, then use that 10 minutes to do something that makes you feel good. That could be having a bath, and I know a 10-minute bath, it might not be as good as a half-an-hour bath, but it's a start. You've got to start somewhere. So having a bath with some candles, sit down and do some affirmations, sit down and have a cup of tea with some toast or something. If you can find 10 minutes, use those 10 minutes to do something nice that will make you feel good. The music is another one that can really lift your spirits up. So even if you have music on very quietly in the background whilst you're at home and you can just chill and zone out and listen to music for 10 minutes, then it can have a real positive effect on your well-being. Call your friends, call your family. If you don't have any friends or family nearby, or if you don't feel that you're well supported, there are lots of support groups online. You can have a little look on Facebook. There's Facebook groups, lots of other social media groups around as well that you can join, where there's other mums who are in a similar situation to you. But if you do have friends and family that you can call, then pick up the phone and give them a call. Speak to somebody. That can prevent you feeling lonely and isolated. And it's good to have a chat to someone else who's an adult sometimes as well. And lastly, it is okay to have off days. It's okay to not feel okay, and it's okay to ask for help. There will be some days where you feel like, oh my gosh, this has been just horrendous. And the next day is a different day. Reset. There will be days when you've woken up and you feel like you've only had 45 minutes sleep throughout the whole night and the whole day feels horrendous. But you will reset the next day, and the next day will be different. So just remember, it is okay to feel down sometimes. It is okay to feel like you have to ask someone for help or support. But if you feel like these feelings have been going on for more than a week or two, then reach out for help. Contact your GP, contact your health visitor, contact your midwife, and just let them know how they're feeling, how you're feeling, so they can help to point you in the right direction for some more help and support.